Good afternoon. We are DKB Conversions, and this is our business plan. To give a brief introduction and background, we are in the electric vehicle conversion business, and our team consists of David Cabrera, myself, David Glasson, Caitlin Hanks, Brandon De Hoyos, and Brandon Shepard. To start us out, I will discuss the business description. We are stationed in Corpus Christi, Texas. For our legal structure, we decided on a general partnership because we wanted equal management responsibilities and equal share of profits. We chose this because we are a small business and our product is rather niche. The type of business we'll be delivering is service-based. So what I mean by this is we'll be ordering parts for ourselves or our consumers to perform the electric conversions. And we're going to offer 3 different service packages, which we'll later discuss in the presentation. Next slide. Some of the challenges we face is the fact that we are a small business, our consumer outreach will be limited, and since our market is rather niche, we'll only be targeting those exclusive to those who want to convert their vehicle to electric. And since we are a small business, our funds are limited, so the advertising costs may be too pricey, so we're going to have to look into alternatives. Some of the strategies that we are going to utilize to overcome this are social media outlets such as Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll use these outlets to show our consumers that we can provide exceptional customer satisfaction, customer service, and exceptional work ethic. With this, we'll be able to grow our company in the future. And in terms of goals, we hope to encourage individuals to convert to electric for the betterment of society by bringing a cleaner environment and a cleaner society. Next slide. Moving on to the management profile, our business is consisted of 5 principal owners and is split into 3 different disciplines. The first being the electrical engineers, which consists of Brandon Shepard and David Glasson. They bring experience in circuit design, maintaining code compliance, and they have experience in drive systems and electric vehicle conversions. The other 2 disciplines, mechanical engineers and mechanical engineer technologists, are Brandon De Hoyos, Caitlin Hanks, and David Cabrera. They bring experience in control systems. They have expertise, software expertise such as Inventor and AutoCAD, and they also bring experience in strengths and materials. As a small business, we need to utilize every resource we have available. So for our legal representation, we utilize Hendershot, Coward, and Heisey. For our tax services, we'll be represented by Adamson and Company, LLC. And as such, since we are a small business, we need startup funds. So we decided upon Wells Fargo because of their great interest rates and small business packages. For our associations, we'll be corresponding with IEEE and ASME. And for our business insurance, we'll be utilizing Allstate Insurance.
We'll be operating out of a 40 by 60 foot facility, and this will give us enough room to be operating on 2 different vehicles at a time and still have plenty of room for automotive equipment such as our engine hoists, air compressors, and car lifts. Right now, the 5 owners will be the ones working on the vehicles, and as our company grows, we'll be hiring more staff to help. Right now, we're being supplied by EV West, and if need be, we will have our secondary suppliers such as Stealth EV, Thunderstruck Motors, and Electric Motorsport, and we're purchasing our conversion kits from them right now. Next slide. When electric vehicles first started in the 1800s, they weren't very practical, but over time, Tesla brought them back with the Roadster. But unfortunately, with the modern electric vehicle, it was such a high price that only the top financial class could afford them. Through the years, they began working on them more and they became more affordable. However, with how much mining they're doing for the metals to create the batteries, it's creating a shortage in supply. They're using lithium, nickel, and cobalt, and only less than 5% of the lithium ion batteries are recycled, and less than 40% of the actual battery itself is recyclable. This will cause the cost of the electric vehicles to skyrocket due to the high demand and shortage in supply of the materials. What sets us apart from the other companies is that we are specializing in lead acid batteries, and 99% of those batteries are recycled and 99.3% of them are recyclable. We don't just build the electric vehicle, we can convert a gas-powered vehicle into an electric vehicle for a customer who already has a vehicle that they want to use. We also allow customer involvement in our conversion process, allowing them to specify the type of motor they want, and the type of drive system that we offer. By doing this, it allows us to expand our small company into an ever-growing industry. Next slide.
Our sales strategy relies heavily upon word-of-mouth advertising and social media advertising. The first step is to find out where our market is. And the best way for us to do that would be to find electric vehicle groups on Facebook and Twitter. From these social media outlets, we can find out where local car shows are being held at. We then go to these car shows and show off our products. This will give our potential clients a hands-on experience, and we can answer any questions they may have. We would also distribute flyers and booklets that would direct our potential clients to our website where additional information can be found about our company and our products. Next slide. Our price lining would have to be tier-driven so that the company can attract more clients. This would be for the DIYer all the way to the person that just wants the conversion done without getting their hands dirty. Our first tier would be a package that includes the containment system and the ventilation system only. This would be at a price point of $3,000. This package would not include any installation or modification to the donor vehicle. Our second package would include the containment system, the ventilation system, and the drive system to include the motor and controllers. This package will also not include any installation or modification to the donor vehicle. This would come at a price point of $13,000. The third tier would include everything in the second package, but this package would include installation and modification of the donor vehicle. All these modifications would be at our shop where the customer would drop off his donor vehicle. This tier would be at a price point of $16,000.
Taking a look at the financial analysis, being that we are a startup company, we don't have an actual budget line yet, but beginning in 2021 is where we will tentatively start that line. Being that though, we do have a tentative budget going for us, getting into the first year of operations. We do have total expenses looking at about $518,000. That is all the way from the administrative logistics, that is the building lease for location, that is the utilities, and of course labor for the 5 principal owners and workers. Total funding, we were able to secure $745,000 for that. A portion of that is from government funding in the form of grants for green energy companies. Also, each individual owner will put forth $50,000. As stated before, we are equal shareholders, and we were able to secure $475,000 worth of loans. And the first year earnings, beginning in January all the way over to December on the far right, looking at the gross sales beginning at 121,000, peaking at about 153,000 for each month, and then trailing back off down into the lower 100s for a total of 100,000 in December. What we have based that off of is not only the population's interest in different information and data that we're able to collect as far as buying new cars and trend lines according to that, but also following the gas prices for this region, and being that the summer months are the highest gas prices, as when we predict that the most conversions will happen. But also this price, excuse me, these earnings are based upon the amount of work that the 5 of us will actually be able to implement each and every month. And that will bring us up to a maximum of about $153,000 worth of packages that we can put in. Below that, you see the gross profit line. That is based on 75% of the overall sale. That 75% will go back into the company in the form of labor or different bills that we have accrued. So that is the first year predicted earnings for our company. The capital equipment list, things that the company already owns. That way we can get started with operations on day one, beginning that of our car lift, which will be the central piece of our workshop, so that we can get underneath the vehicles, lift up the vehicles and get underneath and actually work. This is all the way down to the computers and operational equipment for the office. Being that we are based on production, the bulk of the equipment will be located in the shop and will be used for production itself. And notice, so it's sliding over to the right from each individual item, the unit price, the quantity that we will need on hand, as well as the overall value of that inventory item. And as of right now, they are all fully in service.
I'm going to explain how the transition to electric vehicles will benefit the coastal Bend area. As of today, the cost of electricity per mile costs less than the price of gasoline. With the mission of DKB conversions putting more electric vehicles on the road, electric companies receive an increase in revenue as well as a demand for additional public charging stations in the coastal Bend area. This will cause an increase of job openings because electric companies will need personnel to create, operate, and maintain quality control of these additional charging stations. With that being said, this will conclude the DKB Conversions Business Plan presentation.